Hey guys, it's a podcast. First one in a little while, but thanks for joining us. On this week's podcast, we have Randy,
Cody,
and Richard.
and special guest Alex. All right, so again, I apologize. We weren't here last week. Half of us were out of town. The other half of us were pretty busy doing other things. But we'll try to keep our podcast on a weekly basis. We might miss a week here or there, but for the most part, we'll be on every Friday.
Yeah, Cody had to go home for a special little, get together with his family. I more or less did a similar kind of thing. More or less.
More or less.
And Randy was just kind of left,
Alone,
crying
with
for
no one.
himself. I was like, sorry.
Pretty much ate some dinner and went home.
Yeah, we were like trying to get something together, but I just got home and I was way too tired to try to pull something up. So it's also on my end. I kind of have to apologize for that, but I was down in the weather last week and I just couldn't pull through. So
Yeah, Rob didn't get off work till late, so we couldn't do a podcast, him and I.
oh, that's right. I was supposed to pick you up, or no, I was. If we were gonna do something, I'd
That's
be over
right.
at your house.
No, I was coming over to yours,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
your roommate had just gotten home.
when I
As
roommate
I got there,
roommate number one.
roommate number one.
which is gone, and roommate number two
Well,
is
hold
also
on,
gone.
hold on.
Yeah, that's
First of all, roommate number one, not such a good deal there, and then he left. What, Saturday morning?
Yeah, apparently he wanted to go live with some of his friends or something, which I really don't care about. I'm pretty sure he thought I was like the devil exorcist or something. I don't know why. It's just like a highly religious guy, and then he sees me playing games like Planet Side or like Devil May Cry or something just because I enjoy the game. But he walked in, he just gave me like the strangest look when he saw my monitor. So he obviously didn't like me because he liked to go to bed at like 9-10 o'clock, and I am a night owl hardcore. You ain't get me to bed at he sometimes even went to bed at like 8 o'clock.
What?
There's no way.
Fuck?
There's no way I'm going to bed. You will not get me. I'm the guy that'll stay up until 2 a.m. on average if I could help it. But then again, there were days where, if I don't have any homework, and I don't plan on, and I'm not stressed at all, oh yeah, I'll just watch anime or watch some awesome TV show or something. Just stream it through my iPod or something and just watch that. So yeah, that was the first one down.
And then
So I give it 2 or 3 days. So I'm sleeping in my bed. So there are people outside yelling at me.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sleeping in my bed just right after my final. I had a programming final. I got home and I was just tired because I did an all-nighter the night before that. So he wakes me up at around 4 p.m. and just scares the living crap out of me. So yeah, I mean, you're sleeping in bed, you have your door locked, you're not expecting anybody, and practically pretty much I lock the door to make sure that I don't have a roomie come in, or at least make sure that he has trouble and or I hear him before he comes in. Oh no, he's all running around, walking around my room. I wake up, look up a little bit, I see this dude. I'm like, what the hell are you doing in my room? I guess he's like a 40 state student from Mexico.
And he's like,
I just
get out.
yeah, no, I just freak him out. He's just, he's just trying to get out of the room kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Stay. So because of the final, I had his mattress that he was supposed to be sleeping on the ground. So I was taking a break last night and I actually started watching the X-Files. Yes, because I'm a nerd like that. But no, so I have the mattress on the floor. I have a blanket on it, and I have a box full of Twizzlers to the side of it. And it's just kind of like a total mess kind of thing. I haven't been in the room in a while kind of thing. No, he walks in and he just gives me the weirdest look. Not because I scared the crap out of him because he got in, but I'm cleaning up everything as fast as I can. I pick his mattress up and I put it on his bed. So he puts a sheet on it and he leaves. And I didn't see him for the rest of the night. And about I talked to Cody about it. I haven't seen him that day before or earlier today. And I was starting to like, okay, this is weird. I was expecting him to come home at least and like go to bed. He didn't come home at all. Though I'm,
So
right
there's
before.
still a sheet on the bed.
Yeah, there was well, okay, so I'm sitting there getting done with one of my Let's Plays. My channel is Decats Me Out Productions, by the way. I didn't say that earlier, but so I'm putting a video on there, and he comes in when I was just finishing up. Him and one of the hall room RAs, which is room.
Oh yeah,
whatever.
resident advisor.
Yeah. So he comes in. I guess he just picks the sheets up off his bed, and they just leave without a word. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And he's like, oh, he's going to another school. What?
Wait, what the fuck?
What? You're going to another school? Like,
you've been here a day.
Yeah, no, it's midterm, dude. Like, what? But no,
What
and
they
then
didn't tell you is this is
seriously,
the 60th school in the
seriously,
country.
like 5 minutes after that, we had the power outage in our dorm. That actually scared me a little bit. But it was also bad too, because again, I was telling these guys over here that my video was just trying to be uploaded. Boom, the power goes out. Well, I guess the video ain't gonna be making it on anytime soon. So
that's why I'm a big fan. I know they're expensive as hell, but I think you got to get a UPS.
Not a chance.
What do you mean a UPS?
Universal serial bus thing.
Oh,
Universal power supply.
yeah.
If the power goes out, it gives you almost an hour of extra power.
Yeah, they have those over at Sam's Club.
They're $80.
Great Falls. Yeah, they're not too bad.
But they are a little on the
Yeah.
salty side.
Well, there's different kinds. Here we are talking about power surges. But I'm not done with my story yet because the last 2 days have been very freaking eventful. So it's like
the last week has been eventful.
I get home, or after the power outage, the next thing I hear is just a bunch of running down the hallway, screaming and yelling like there's a bunch of little girls in this freaking all guys dorm room. Okay, so the first thing they do, they all run to the bathroom and they start being retarded in there because
they start being retarded.
And so they come out, and apparently someone brought a computer chair, and they told the dude like sit in it. They started duct taping this person down there, and then I guess they got other ones to go do it too. So they did that. And apparently they started racing down the hallway, and by this time I kind of locked my door because these guys are freaking banging on doors.
Freaking nuts.
No, so apparently someone fell while they were running, and they smashed their face into the ground, and apparently he broke his glasses. So they were just like, in between people laughing like hell and people crying. Like, that was pretty strange.
Yeah, Cody will be right back. He's got to go take care of some phone business.
But no, I've never had an eventful day like that here at MSU.
Yeah. When the power goes out, shit gets crazy. Shit gets real.
Well, let's just go with it. Apparently I have bad luck. Because, I can't hold a roomie. Apparently I must be a really bad person because I can't hold a roommate for a long haul. But as far as the second roomie goes, like, that just happened today pretty much. And like almost an hour or two ago, I'm still kind of dazed, like, what just happened? No, but
let's make sure it's the door.
What else? No, so I just, at least on my Decast Me Out profile, I just finished my first Let's Play series, which is just a Lost Planet. It's a kind of an indie game that just came out not that long ago. If you want, you go check it out because I'm running out of stuff to talk to. Come back, Cody.
Yeah. Well, Alex is here for her first podcast. And,
doing homework.
Yeah, doing her homework.
Well,
hopefully she'll be back for some other podcasts.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday, so
kind of depends on what we do on Friday nights.
Here's the question though for Alex: is that homework due tonight at midnight? Is it one of those kinds, or is it due like at the end of the week?
No, it's for a test that I have coming up, and I've been studying.
No, I don't blame you. Studying.
Studying sucks.
I wish I was that on top of studying.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
I guess that's the thing. We're dudes. We don't study.
I'm pretty much the day before, unless it's calculus, and I may be like 2 or 3 days before.
I studied last night. That's about it for my calc exam this morning.
Yeah. Well, wait. What level calculus are you?
Calculus 3.
Okay. So you're pretty far. I'm still plugging through 1, but
I got a 5 on the AP test, so
okay.
I just kind of.
Yeah,
Zip going through.
I should have taken calculus back in high school. I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Well, let's just say that I took some calculus. No, the only ones was I don't want to say I'm having trouble with it, but our teacher loves giving us like really hard problems. Like, hey, here's the new concepts. I'm not going to give you kind of easy problems to figure it out. No, I'm going to give you word problems that are impossible to understand to start with.
Fucking suck.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of classes. Those ones are just a pain in the arse.
So what you're reading, Alex?
Gender inequality. I almost took that class. I don't know why. That sounds weird. Sorry. Just forget I said that.
What are we broadcasting? Because if we're doing screen share, okay, it doesn't look like we're screen sharing.
No, we're just
That's cool.
we're doing chill now. No.
I mean, we're not even talking about anything to put in the link up.
So have you done anything? Because like you said, I haven't talked to you in the past week.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Well, were you out of town or something?
No,
I'm
doing
tired.
other things. Been busy.
Being busy.
Been a busy week.
Here's one thing I might as well bring up just as a topic of conversation. It really has nothing to do with anything like else, but I've been thinking about for my channel. I really need to get a camera, like a webcam.
A webcam. Yeah, but I mean, if you can do a stream edit though, at least, yeah. Like
Well,
if you can do the record your face, put it in the corner.
Yeah, that's what I
That's-
do because I have Adobe After Effects.
Oh, that's right. You have all your.
What? No, you
Yeah.
jerk. No.
No, you have all your programs, all your recording and editing. I don't even have Fraps yet, so.
Oh, I don't blame you. Fraps is it's kind of expensive. Not really. That and then it's kind of a pain in the butt because it only works half the time. At least it seems like it for me. But my computer's kind of decked out with between the dual monitors, the good processor that it has some trouble keeping up with sometimes.
That's the thing.
So like most videos, I max it out at 60 FPS, even though I could go higher than that.
I guess I haven't seen you
Oh.
to tell you that I have my new RAM stick in my laptop.
Nice. How'd that go? Well, you jerk. You were supposed to tell me so I could.
Yeah, I apologize. Some things came up.
No, you're fine. I don't mind. I've replaced RAM sticks before in laptops, so it's not like I'm totally clueless or.
I mean, you just stick it in a slot and click it in.
Yeah, no, that's RAM for you. On mine,
So now I'm running 16 gigs on a dual core processor. I don't even use half my RAM.
What's your gigahertz on your processor?
I'm clocking 3. I'm clocking
Gigahertz?
3.0.
Wow. So
Mine's-
you're actually higher than mine.
Mine's 2.6.
Even though mine's an extreme though.
Mine generally clocks at about 3. 2.9 to 3.
That is really good.
Yeah. And mine's
Or wait, you said
Mine
you were
overclocks
a dual
3.2.
core?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a quad core.
Oh, yours is a quad core? Yeah, but
it was originally a dual core, but it was upgraded to a quad core.
you just put in your processor in?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the different amount of pins, and that's just how you could, differ which one. That's why you can't have an i5 and an i7 fit in like an old, more or less an old computer, I guess you could say.
I mean, you can put an i7.
Cody, I slid your chair. You're
kind of
sitting,
hard
you're
to
sitting
do.
on you're sitting on the bed, man. It's comfy. No, I'm kidding.
Well, no,
Don't
you
kill
can
me.
put an i7 in an i5 laptop.
Yeah, but
It's
like
just
I
hard
said,
to
just
do.
make sure that you check that the motherboard can handle that. Because I've
Yeah, and the thing really is the socket. You just have to make sure
Oh,
the
yeah.
socket matches.
that's it. The amount of pins in the
Yeah,
socket
mine has
that it
a
plays in.
G2 socket.
Have you ever seen the socket of a processor?
Yeah, I took my processor out.
Those things are wicked cool.
Yeah, so many they're not like holes. They're like connectors.
Yeah.
I mean, they are, I guess, pins.
Yeah, that's yeah. I was kind of amazed the first time I saw it because mine actually looked really complex.
I've actually
Pretty
never
cool.
watched mine when I never turned the lock with the processor.
Turn on.
Not in it.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
the lock.
Yeah,
screw.
you never taken it out.
I've taken the processor out, but I didn't turn it to lock to watch because don't the pins come up or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Because the pins go down whenever you unlock it.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen that. I've never actually watched it push the pins up.
Yeah, those are obviously because that's hard to see.
Well, yeah, I bet.
Well, kind of. I mean, if you like didn't have the processor in there, you shut it down, you clamped it in, you might see it rise up, but you know. It also kind of depends on the computer as well.
Yeah, but the things are, and also mine is an i5-3230M, which needs a mobile processor. You have to put in an i7 mobile with a G2 socket.
Yep.
Which I found. I found a couple, but they're wicked expensive and they're only dual cores. But that's okay.
Dual core, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it too much because i7s.
I've not maxed my processor out since I updated my computer.
It's not cores. I think there's just like that i7 is like 7 processors in it, microprocessors in it.
Mm.
So essentially the more amount of processors, kind of like line, the more amount of processors, the higher its speed is. Because each,
Not necessarily. I've seen i7s that only run 2.2 gigahertz.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it also counts
and
on.
I've seen i5s that run 3.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you
runs
compare an i5 that has 3 gigahertz to an i7 that has 2.5, the i7 will still be faster. But it will be faster. But also the biggest thing, especially for someone in retail like me, the biggest rule is, you can't compare an i7 to an i5. They have to be the same processor, and then you have to look at the difference in gigahertz.
Yeah.
But also, I know there's, you can have an i7 with a wide range of gigahertz.
Yeah.
What's the difference of, a normal i7 and the i7 Extreme, where the gigahertz range is just
a K or an M or a QM,
Dude, we should look that up. I mean, just on the side, just for kicks and giggles. But
like the difference between a 3770 and a 3770K.
well,
there's a lab. It's Codelay 625, and the computers are running i7 3770s.
yeah,
That's something I need to
They're
check
quad
out.
core processors that base at 3.4 gigahertz. It's 3.4, and they overclock to 3.9.
oh yeah. Well,
That's fast.
I would never try to overclock a computer. Well,
I'm actually gonna try to. I don't have to though. Mine's already clocking 3 gigahertz.
Randy, when did you move wrongly?
When?
Twice.
I don't know when I moved the wrong way.
Twice in the same second.
siblings. Style has parents, false, color null, bold null, italic null.
Yeah.
Weird.
This is all.
That's
Right now, we're
server
just
log
looking at the server log for
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I the only one on today?
Yes, you've only been on once, and you're the only
Dude,
one.
like
that's
I
been
said,
on.
I was doing videos. I'm not on the server yet. Oh, width of the which I had to use Adobe After Effects for the first time because Fraps was being again pretty retarded.
I'll tell you.
No, it was okay. It only records the video in say you put a dot in the middle and then up there to the top left corner is where the video is. The rest of it's just black. So I had to put into Adobe After Effects, trim out that black part, and then put that back in there. So there is a degradation of quality, which kind of makes me feel kind of bad. Plus, that extra amount of time to have to edit that. And
That's
put that
okay.
back up.
I record my screen from Google Hangouts. That's shitty resolution.
True. Well, that, and then I also, when I tried doing that, it didn't do the system audio,
Oh,
which I guess I'm just dumb. I don't know how to do that, but
Mine, I just do through the speakers back into my microphone.
I might do that, but
It
feel
has
kind of
really
guilty.
shitty sound quality.
yeah,
though.
I'd feel guilty because that wouldn't sound good at all. But the videos would be far longer.
Exactly.
oh yeah, like
No, I'll tell you what's a stupid
4 hours?
program. Code Warrior.
oh, don't get me started.
Seriously? I mean, totally.
And
I
I've
mean-
been able to get it to work.
I need to give you we need to set yours up with the Windows 8 because it's only really formatted for Windows 7 and the firewall.
You could use a virtual machine if it was only for Windows 7.
But the thing is, you have to have the firewall. And the only way to get the Windows 8 firewall on it is to plug it into a Windows 7 computer, download the Windows 8 firewall, and then plug it into a Windows 8 computer.
That's pretty strange.
It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to change some of the settings in the firewall in that course. Just open a port up or something.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
luck with that.
Well, I mean, go on the site and see which ports that it needs, and then just open them up.
Oh yeah, maybe.
It's always a possibility. I mean, even in Minecraft, and I've played games where you have to open up ports. because fun stuff. It's also a little bit more technical, but then again, I've had the games where you actually had to put some IP address in to get to the freaking game.
Yeah.
You mean
as
Minecraft?
as a subnet. No, it was like
Subnet
Aria Kingdom
mask.
or something.
I always put the IP in just to be
Or
able to
no,
see.
I'm sorry, it was Elsword is what it was. Yeah.
It was
Randy, you're such a hater. Such a hater. So I haven't heard from Cody. Cody's finally back, by the way, if you didn't hear him kind of chuckling, and I think he said something a few times. Hi, Cody. Welcome back to the world of the living. Being me and Randy have slashed everything we have to talk about, more or less.
pretty much.
Do you want to give us either some topics or talk about your personal life? Because
My personal life's a little
YouTube
too
likes personal stuff.
Well, there's some things I just simply will not share.
We don't need to know your fetishes and fantasies.
No
Thank
comments.
you.
No comments. No comments. Yeah. Yes, Cody. That's what we were talking about when you were gone. No.
If anything, I'm worried that some of our business plans won't work out because of the business environment right now.
Do you mean the economy crashing again?
No, actually, the economy just gained back all the points that it lost through the last 3 days.
Because I noticed all the stocks were down.
Yeah.
Every last stock was down.
Today they're insanely high. Like they gained like 350 points.
Holy
in
shit.
The NASDAQ. That's why I was like, when I was calling my mom and I turned MSN on and I saw that, I was just like, oh my god, the economy just exploded.
Well,
We
what
should-
I'm talking about is the railroad sector.
Here we go.
In the last 2 weeks, Canadian Pacific has made a move on CSX, trying to merge with it.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, that's the start of the final round of mergers. We'll either end up with 2 or 3 railroads as Class 1 level. No. I know that Canada will keep both Canadian National and Canadian Pacific because they're already at the maximum size they can be at. But either of those would be good candidates for merging. And if
BNSFCP.
those would not be good candidates for merging, especially in the North Dakota area. That's what North Dakota would be saying.
But it's North Dakota, though. Come on. I mean,
Well, BNSF already has a death grip on Montana and Idaho.
very true. Everywhere you look, it seems like BNSF is every freaking where.
Well, they own 95% of the track in the state, and they hold captive 99% of the traffic in the state.
Keyword held
Held captive. Yeah. And the Surface Transportation Board just simply will not allow mergers that are monopolistic, such as Union Pacific meets BNSF.
Yeah, that would be a fucking monopoly and a half.
Yeah,
They'd never call them on it, though.
yeah, they would.
Especially the transportation industry.
Yes, they would.
Oh, Richard. Spontaneous game of Frisbee with Larry and Alex.
Are you asking
And
me?
I guess Cody. I've just been texted with an alert of spontaneous Frisbee game
Today, like right now?
here in Dobie Lambert Field.
How about?
I'd
I'm probably going to go get dinner here pretty soon.
be
How long
game.
have we been podcasting? It has been about a half an hour.
Yeah, about.
Of all Richard and I, Alex has said like 2 words.
I know. Aren't I boss? Ain't I getting good at this?
Alex, say something.
You just turn the computer off?
Nope.
Say something.
It goes to sleep after 3 minutes. The monitor.
Tell us to stop being bored.
being.
Our conversations aren't that bad.
It's not that. It's
When's your
that-
test? What are you studying?
She's shy.
Little bit.
Okay then.
It's only just being broadcast on YouTube.
If you take your computer away, trust me, she'll not be shy.
Or
we
if
can
I
make
turn
her-
off the camera.
the camera's
lock.
not on.
I know.
Oh God,
If you
that's
did
even
that,
worse.
dude,
'Cause I know Alex hates being on video.
well, I'm
Okay,
handsome,
then.
so you could have the camera faced on me, and your view count would probably go up exponentially.
All right, I'm gonna tell you
Actually,
what you guys
exponentially
think.
from 0 is okay, fine, it's 1, but you don't have to be a jerk about it. No.
Okay, so are we done then?
Yeah.
Well,
I'd
we
say
can just keep going until we actually have 100% verification that are they out there like right now? Like right now?
yeah, Larry's out there.
Okay.
So we'll be putting up some more Let's Plays. I'm going to do a Let's Play in Minecraft at midnight tonight.
Yay! Because Minecraft.
Richard,
Okay, no,
you
let me do
your
my
Let's
own.
Plays one.
I'm gonna be again Decast Me Out Productions. I'm gonna be trying to get as many LPs up as possible on the side between editing cost, amount of sleep and amount of pop I have in my stock. So I'm planning on doing more, indie games not actually officially released by a company, more like free download kind of games, just to say, hey, I made a game, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be playing actually more of the Sonic games to some of the free ones, because I know there's a big Sonic retro fix out there that people love, and I've actually played some good games, so I'd share them. Anyways, it's Eggman Hates Furries, which is actually kind of a weird one, but the game itself is actually pretty good. I'd be playing Sonic Before the Sequel, which is before Sonic 1, and then Sonic after the sequel, which is between Sonic 2 and 3. And that's actually those are actually pretty fun titles.
And I'm probably gonna do a let's fail in
It's at Larry's house, but I can drive us there.
Kerbal Space
Where's
Program.
Larry's house?
Down 19th.
Can we walk there?
No,
'Cause we're
it's like
lazy.
2 miles, 3 miles.
2 miles ain't that big.
Yeah, but
It is
wanna
when
be
it
there
takes an
soon.
hour.
Yeah. Okay.
You shouldn't have to run an hour in a
And
mile.
Cody and I will hopefully, I'm going to say for now, unless you hear otherwise, we will be doing an Open Rails live stream Thursday.
I just had a really good idea. What if I put like a face blocker, but put a camera in the hallway and this video retaped that? I'd get, there's some pretty crazy shit that happens. Just do like a time lapse and then have it slow down when someone actually like does something. So you can video record them being an idiot. I mean,
Get your RD's
Yeah.
permission first.
okay, fine, but whatever. Well, okay, fine. I'd have to duct tape it and then I'd have to hide it really well, like in a corner or something.
Or just ask the RD for permission to put up a camera.
And he would say no because that's weird.
That is pretty weird.
Okay, fine. I'll put a microphone to the wall, and then they can hear all the crazy shit that happens.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You don't need a video. You could just be like, yeah, Langford Hall, such and such day. Look at all this crazy shit.
Okay. So yeah, next week Open Rails on Thursday, and join us this time next week for another episode of What Not to Do in Podcast.
Yay!
Okay.
Join
bye.
us. Join us now.